Hi guys, in this video we're going to look at 5 more Mac OS tips that you may not know. So in this video we're going to take a look at how to take screenshots, how to automatically hide and show the dock, how to learn and customize trackpad gestures, how to customize notifications, and then how you can create your own shortcuts using automator and keyboard shortcuts. So let's get started. Okay, so tip number 1 is how to take screenshots. Now, this is a really straightforward but really useful tip to be able to take screenshots of any sections of the screen at any size that you might like. So you can see my cursor here. What I'm going to do is on my keyboard, I'm going to hit Command, Shift and 4. And what that does is turn it into a crosshair here. So once it's in that crosshair, I click and hold, and then I can drag and create a window of any size that I want. Once I have got the section that I want to take a screenshot of, I simply let go of my mouse button. You'll get a preview down in the right hand corner, and then that screenshot will be automatically added onto your desktop, as you can see up here in the top right. So a nice, easy, simple way to take screenshots on Mac. Okay, so tip number 2 is how you can automatically hide and show the dock here at the bottom. So if we go to System Preferences and then we click on Dock, what you have is a tick box down here that says automatically hide and show the dock. So that is the one that we want to check. So you can see that my dock disappears. So essentially what that now does is if I'm just working, my dock is hidden out of the way and gives me a little bit more space on my screen. If I want the dock, I just take my cursor to the bottom of the screen and it will pop back up. So a great way just to add a little bit of extra screen real estate on your Mac. Okay, so whilst we are here in System Preferences, let's take a look at tip number 3, which are trackpad gestures. So particularly if you've come from a computer other than a Mac, you may not be familiar with a whole host of gestures that are inbuilt into your trackpad. So once we click on the trackpad option in System Preferences, we have 3 sections. So point and click, scroll and zoom, and more gestures. So underneath point and click, we have lookup and data detectors, which you can use with a force click with one finger. Any of these gestures that has this small arrow here on the right hand side means that you can change it to something else. So what I would suggest is go in, learn the gesture, try it, try the other option and see which one feels right for you. We have an option for secondary click as well. So I like to have a click in the bottom right corner. I'm used to coming from Windows and using the right button to right click. So that just makes it a little bit easier for me. Underneath scroll and zoom, so you can't really change these, so these ones are just ones to kind of learn. So scroll direction natural, I actually have this off, it's just the way I prefer. So it's essentially just how you scroll using fingers on your trackpad. So it's whether if you're scrolling down, the window goes up or the other way around. Zooming in and out, so you can pinch with 2 fingers, double tap with 2 fingers to do a quick zoom, and rotate with 2 fingers as well. So these are all really useful quick tips to learn, all inbuilt into your trackpad. And then lastly, there's some more gestures, things like swiping between pages and between full screen apps. And again, a lot of these have options where you can change them. So I highly suggest jumping in, learning these gestures, try the different options that they have. It will make your workflow much quicker and easier. Number 4 is how you can customize your notifications. So quickest way to do this is to head right up into the top right hand corner. So these lines up here, click on that one and then click on the cog in the bottom right hand corner. What that will do is open up the notification options in System Preferences. And in here is where you can customize all of the different notifications that your Mac has set up for you. So Firstly, what you can do is if you don't want any notifications, if you know you're going to be in a meeting and you're like, right, I've got to get my head down and work for the next couple of hours, you can actually say do not disturb. So you will receive no notifications from any application on your Mac, and you can set it for a certain period of time. So this can be really useful, like I said, if you are looking that you don't want to get any distractions whilst you're working. And then within each individual app, you have option to allow notifications, and then you can allow them so essentially, how does it look? So you might not want anything to pop up on the screen, or you might want the banner, so it pops up and then it disappears, or alerts where they pop up on the screen and they stay there until you get rid of them yourself. You can choose whether you show them on the lock screen, if you show a preview, if they keep it in the notification center, whether there's a badge app icon, so it will say that there's a notification on your app, so the small red bubble, and whether you want a sound. So it might be you don't want anything to pop up on the screen, but you want a sound just so that you know that something has come, or you just want a quick banner to pop in and pop out. But really useful to know, because some apps will automatically have all these notifications on when you install it, and you might not want notifications from that app. So this is where you can come in and customize those notifications for your own use. Okay, lastly, tip number 5 is how you can create your own shortcuts. We're going to use 2 things to create this. The first is a program called Automator. So I'm just going to go up to Spotlight, search for Auto, and then you'll see my top result will be Automator. I'm then going to go up to the top left hand here and click File and New. And then in the menu that pops up, I'm going to select Quick Action. Okay, so first thing we're going to do here is where it says workflow receives, we're going to say no input. Okay, not something you really need to worry about. This is just creating a shortcut to open an application, so that we can create a keyboard shortcut to open an application. So we just need to make sure that that one says no input. So what we're going to do over on this left hand side is find launch application. So you can see it's in alphabetical order. So we'll scroll down, and what we're going to do is find launch application, and we're going to drag and drop it into this window on the right hand side. So next we're going to choose the application that we want to open. So I'm going to select preview. So I want a shortcut on my keyboard just that opens preview really quickly. And then I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Save. I'm going to call my action launch preview, and I'm going to go Save. Okay, so what we're then going to do is go to System Preferences. We're going to go to Keyboard, Shortcuts, and then Services over here on the left hand side. So what we're now going to do is find the action that we just created. You'll usually find that it's right at the bottom. So here we have launch preview, and you can see that here where it says shortcut, it's none, and we can add a shortcut in here. So I'm just going to go for Command J. Oh, just make sure that's in. So you can see here that I just, on my keyboard, I've just hit Command and J, and that is now the shortcut to launch preview. So if on my keyboard I hit Command and J, you can see up here that preview is open. So a really useful way. So if there's a program that you're constantly opening up and wanting to use, this is a really useful way to save yourself time and just a quick keyboard shortcut, and that program is open and ready for you to use. Okay, so there you have it. That is 5 more tips on using macOS. So I hope that's been useful for you. I hope you've learned something new, and I'll see you in the next video.